Your idea is outstanding, and because it's a very needed for every youth. But now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little more realistic approach. We're gonna be more fine-tuning, so to make sure that how and why they really need it. So we want to drill down a bit of why. So we know that hypothesis in high level, we think that there's a lot of kids maybe will be needing that one because they have been suffering for this one. Congratulations that for your old spirit, because you have decided to build your projects. Even you are not been selected for Vietnam's Amazing Student, the next round for project development. So now I love you and every one of your team members because you want to do such a project right now at your hometown at Nha Trang for helping other people. The idea you're building on the project is about helping the students who are under depressed. I love that idea. I think this has been a big problem for many youth students, and this project is such an amazing approach and idea to help a lot more kids and youth. So it's an amazing social project idea, and I really want you to be successful and move forward and develop this project for helping all the youth of Nha Trang, and it can go to other provinces too. So now you ask me to give you advice because you find challenging to build your projects. Congratulations, because you find it challenging. That's amazing. Because you find it challenging means now you can be creative and you can solve the problem and you can learn from it and you can go stronger and you find a way to move progress. So that is why the challenge is always an opportunity. Every challenge is always an opportunity because it makes you more creative. So if you're watching this clip, I'm going to put a clip here how we can transform any problems or any challenge to an opportunity. I'm going to put the link here. Go on and see that video so you can also learn and by forming a real life example how to turn a problem to an opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to give you the link right after the mentorship calls as well too in the description. So now you want to build a project, right? So first of all, Vietnam's Amazing Student has so many resources. My very first suggestion is grab every possible resources of Vietnam's Amazing Student and build and use those resources to build your projects. Just build your projects. You don't need to say anything or Vietnam's Amazing Student is not going to get anything. But what we really want is Vietnam's Amazing Student want to give you all the resources so you can build your project you by using them. So I'm going to put link here again as well too here so you can use all the resources of Vietnam's Amazing Student to build your social projects. I'm going to put this one in the description as well too so you can grab it too. And now let's talk about how we can build. So you want my suggestions? So these are my suggestions. Your idea is outstanding, and because it's a very needed for every youth. But now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little more realistic approach. We're gonna be more fine-tuning, so to make sure that how and why they really need it. So we want to drill down a bit of why. So we know that hypothesis in high level, we think that there's a lot of kids maybe will be needing that one because they have been suffering for this one. So, and now we also need that maybe it's going to be students. We think so. Maybe we're going to be teachers as well too. Maybe a little adult as well too. So we have a high level idea why and who. But now I think it's the first time we are jumping into it. We need to test out this hypothesis who really need this problem solution, who are really facing this problem, so we can go target to that particular people and solve that problem. So this is where it is very important. So you don't need to have millions of people become your benefitor. But if you can be very focused, 100 people or 50 people, and they love your solution, and that your solution is going to get very viral. That's the point. So as you can be, and to make people love it, your solution, what is really needed is you really need to be focused and targeted for that one. So now the very first stage is you need to jump in and start to test your hypothesis. So you need to do the interview. Think about 50 or 100 people, 100 students, or who gonna need this one example. Make a list, put their email address, put their phone number, and then you find a way to interview them. So you need to find, let's say, very cracked 10 or 15 questions. Do not make more than 10 to 15 questions, okay? And then you're gonna interview them in person, because I know there is a little bit corona issue, so you can use the online or email, or even you can make a call over the internet or Facebook, and you can ask them to answer you this question, and then you have a Google form to put all the responses in a Google form. If you need me to have a look in your Google form, make it in English and send it to me. I'm happy to have a look and give you advice as well. So this is what actually Vietnam's amazing student contestant doing it in the first week. And that's why we tell them to do it, because it's so much important to really actually target segments and get the insight from them so you can build something which is really needed. So now, as you are collecting these inputs, so you also need to know about project planning. It's so much important, because if you don't have a right project planning, you'll have a problem. So start to use some kind of project planning tool, so which you can use it to manage your project management tool. So that's why I made another video is about how to start with no money. So this is like an example how you can start an initiative or project without spending any money, because you guys are all students, right? You will not have a lot of money. You can put on this one a lot of money too. So I'm going to put a link here which is going to show you how to start a new project with no money, and that will show you different tips and different tools you can use for free to make your project really successful and manage your project effectively. Okay, so the next thing, when you start preparing your planning and preparing question and preparing the answer and serving those 50 to 100 students, for example, same time you need to make one very important thing, because you want to make this project. I don't want your project die. I don't want your project to be stopped. I don't want your project to be small. I want your project to keep moving forward and become really gigantic, because it's going to solve a big problem, and I really want it. I really wanted your project to be successful in that way. So that's why what I'm going to do, my suggestion will be start to build a business model canvas. Business model canvas. Why business model canvas? And you may think, oh no, this is for non-profit. Absolutely, this is for non-profit. So that's why but still you need to do a business model canvas, so you can find a way who is your right partner, where you can sustain your project, how you can scale up your projects. You don't make it as a business, but you want to make it as a social non-profit, fine. But you still make a business model. It's so much important. So I'm going to give the link here, how to make a business model canvas. It's going to show you and train you how to do a business model canvas. So make a business model canvas. That will find you a way how you can sustain your project. But the key thing is here, when you make your first business model canvas, you keep reviewing it every 1 or 2 weeks, and you keep optimizing that one, so you can add more and more and more value and make your business model more stronger and stronger and stronger and more effective, and so on. Okay, so that's something you really need to do. And now, then the last tips for the today. I really appreciate that you called me up and you asked me for help from me, so I'm giving from my heart to help you out. So the next one is focus on your leaderships. If you are the leader or you're not the leader, not a problem. You need to focus on your leaderships and building the right culture of your team. Otherwise, your team is gonna be fall apart, because the project you are building is not a 1, 2, 3 day thing. You need to work on year after year to make it really successful and really big and very impactful. For business or for non-profit, it's always the same. So you really need to focus about building leadership. So I'm gonna put a link here which is going to show you how to be a great leader. So you start to practice all those things for yourself, for your teammates, and start to build a great leadership culture in your team, and that is going to boost you forward to build your projects moving forward. So guys, focus on your leadership, keep building your focus shape. So now I'm going to give you a summary. The summary is focus on why and who you need your solution, and then you start doing the survey and confirm with the 50 to 100 people, and then you really understand what you really need. And when you're doing that one, at the same time you're building up your business model canvas, so which you're going to show you how you can sustain your project and scale and bring it to more and more people. And at the same time, you keep learning and keep practicing a leadership skill. And if you do all these things from now to next 6 months, I promise you, if you don't give up, if you never give up, it's gonna be very successful. And you know what? I really want you to be successful, Khan. I really want your project to be successful. I really want you to become an impactful person in Nha Trang and help the people of Nha Trang. And yes, I'm always here to help you, inspire you. If you need a mentor, you call me up. I'll love to help you and mentor your team and solve more problems. So now you got my tips. Don't wait. Go ahead and start executing your project from today. From today, not from tomorrow. From today, you do it and you make your projects happen in reality and solve this damn problem. And I want to be here and give the biggest clap for you because you solved the problem. Well done, Khan. And keep up this great spirit, and you need to move forward. All the best.